Hey guys, welcome to this live session by Intellipaat. So in this session, we'll be learning about big data tools and technologies. So I hope in the last session you would have understood and you would have learned something from the Hadoop session, Hadoop Ecosystem session. So in this session, we'll be looking at the top big data tools which are available, as well as we'll learn few things about big data as well. So about big data analytics and the 5 V's of big data. So after learning that, we'll be looking into the top tools. After that, I'll summarize them, and once that is done, we'll come to the end of this session. So I hope you learned a lot from this session. Let's get started. So first, the agenda. We'll start off with what is big data, then we'll look into the challenges. After that, we'll look at the big data tools, and then I'll summarize them in the most used big data tools. And finally, I'll show you how to get started with big data if that is what you want to do in your career. First, what is big data? So before starting off with something, you'll have to understand what it is, right? So like that, you'll have to first understand what is big data. So before understanding the buzzword big data, what is data first of all? So data is an individual unit of information that is defined as figures or facts and stored for later processing. So data is everything. So let's say if you want to call someone, you have their name, and adjacent to that you'll have their number. So that is data. You know whom and what is the number to call them. So you have the precise amount of information so you can do a task. Same thing comes with data. You have certain information which you can use to do a certain task. So there are three types of data. One is structured, one is semi-structured, and one is unstructured. Structured are basically relational databases. So they have complete cells and rows with even data. So let's say you have an Excel sheet with 5 rows and 5 columns with data filling up it all. So it's not just 5 rows, it can be any number of rows. The columns are defined, and also you get data for everything. So it is structured as a record. Next is semi-structured. It can be both structured and it can have other types of data as well. So if you take JSON, in JSON, it's not required that you should have a certain set of columns. JSON is basically a file in which you can store any type of data in any order which you want. Same goes with CSV and XML. And finally, unstructured data. Unstructured data is everything. It can be the PDF, a doc file, an image, a video, audio file, a PPT presentation. So right now, the PPT I'm presenting you is an unstructured data. The images which I have used, if this is collected and put together in a storage system for analyzing, then again that would be unstructured data. So where do you see unstructured data the most? In social media sites. So if you go in there, you will get videos, audios, image files, everything over there, text. Okay, so this is data. Now as you understood data, now let's see what is big data. So big data is a collection of extremely large data sets that may be analyzed computationally to reveal patterns, trends, and associations, especially relating to human behavior and interactions. So it is basically a collection of a lot of data. So let's remove these words like large data sets. It's basically a huge amount of data which is analyzed to see if there is something useful inside of that data. So that's why we need big data. And then coming to black box data. So it captures voices of the flight crew, recordings of microphones and earphones, and performance information of the aircraft. So why do they have this black box in a flight? So whenever the flight is going to crash or something, so to get the information of what exactly caused that. So let's say a flight has been malfunctioned and it has hit in the ocean. So now they'll go and retrieve the black box to check the information in that. So with that information from the black box, they can conclude what exactly happened in the flight and caused that particular crash. So again, this is a example of big data. And third one is the biggest one right now. So everybody will be using social media sites. Currently you are using a social media site to watch this live, which is YouTube, which is a video streaming platform. You have Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and so many others. So Google Plus is already gone, so you can exclude that. So there is LinkedIn, Pinterest, so there is Reddit, there is 4chan. So there are so many social media sites, and every single social media site's job is to make you communicate with others. So obviously you will add images, videos, you'll have text, you'll have audio files, you'll have every kind of information. So this all will be gathered together, and this will be sent to, let's take Instagram. So you're posting videos, texts, you're posting audio files, you're posting as well as images. So all of these data will be pushed into Instagram's storage. So now they'll have to segregate it, right? And so that they can analyze it. So social media data is also a form of big data. So similar examples: power grid data, stock exchange data, search engine data, transport data. So I think you can easily relate them by having these examples: social media data and black box data. Okay, now, so this is one of the important concepts you should understand while learning big data. So I think you understand what exactly is big data right now. So it is basically large amounts of data in which you are trying to gather some useful information from. So there may be a lot of information, but not every single line is useful. Some lines can be out of value as well. So you have to find exactly what is the most useful things and take it out so that you can use it for your benefit. So also in big data, the 5 most important things are the 5 V's. To make sense of the huge amount of data, you should break them down into 5 parts: the velocity, volume, value, variety, and veracity. So let's see what exactly do these mean. First, velocity. Velocity, I think you know what velocity is. So velocity refers to the high speed at which data flows in from multiple sources such as machines, networks, social media, mobile phones, IoT devices, any kind of devices, etc. So there is a massive and continuous flow of data. For example, on Google, every day there are 3 billion searches made. If there are 3 billion searches made, 3.5 billion searches made, then there are so many people trying to search something. So whenever somebody is trying to search something, some data will be, so there will be some data coming in. So obviously whenever some data is flowing, so the amount of data which is flowing at the same time is very, very high. So that is velocity. So let's say you have set up a big data analytics system in which data is coming from various sources. Let's say from social media, from an IoT device, from a local machine which you have. So there are so many different inputs for you. So the data flow is continuous. So when data flow is really fast, when the velocity is really high, you will have to have a very highly efficient system so that you can analyze every single GB of data which is coming in. So next is volume. So volume means the huge amount of data. Obviously the highest amount of data, if the velocity is very high, the data size also will be very high because a lot of data will be coming in. To determine volume, the size of the data plays a crucial role. The data may be very small and a lot of data may be coming in. Sometimes the one single file can be very big and it can be uploaded just 1 or 2 for a few minutes. So it depends. So, and that plays a crucial role. When dealing with big data, it is necessary to consider the volume of it. This is one of the important things. You will always have to consider the size or the volume of it. For example, in the year 2016, so the estimated global mobile traffic. So right now, every single person is having a mobile phone in their hand. So uploading images to social media sites, uploading images to your own cloud or something. So the total estimate per month itself is 6.2 billion gigabytes of data every single month. So now you can understand the amount of data coming into the internet every single day. Next is variety. So we already discussed this, the 3 types of data: structured, semi-structured, unstructured. The thing is, it is not that you'll get only one type of data, either structured or unstructured or semi-structured. In some systems you will get all 3 types of data and you'll have to figure out what kind of data is what, and then you'll have to segregate them and then analyze them. It also refers to the heterogeneous sources. So that is heterogeneous in the sense various different sources which do not have any connection. Variety is basically the arrival of data from various new sources both inside and outside of the enterprise. So I think you can understand this point. It is so you can also see that image. There is a video, there is an audio file, there is a mail, also there is a document. So all these are different varieties of data. So every variety of data will be coming in. We'll also have to take that into account before setting up a big data system. The fourth one is veracity. So this refers to the inconsistencies and uncertainties in data. It is not that always you get the most perfect data. So every single data set will have an unnecessary data set. So the thing is, there will be unnecessary columns. So you'll have to figure out which is messy data, and remove it so that you can get a more accurate output. You can get more quality in that. So you can see data can sometimes get messy, hence quality and accuracy of the data are difficult to control. So the thing is, you'll have to control it so that your output, your trend, your information which you take out of that large amount of data is actually useful. Data in bulk can create confusion, whereas less amount of data can convey half or incomplete information. So a huge amount of data cannot be easily interpreted, but even though there is a less amount of data, and if it is incomplete, you cannot take anything out of it. So the thing is, your data shouldn't be incomplete. You should make sure that your data is complete and without any inconsistency. And finally, and one of the most important thing is value. So you'll have to figure out whether the information which you're going to get out of this data set, whether it is going to give you value or not, your company value or not. If this particular data set is of no value to your company's growth, then there is no use of analyzing it, wasting time on it. So you'll have to figure which data set is needed for you, which is not. So the bulk data of having no value is of no good to the company unless we turn into something useful. Data is of no use or important, but it needs to be converted into something valuable to extract information. That's what I said. If it is not useful, then there is no need to extract information. You'll have to make sure that it is important, only then you can extract and it can be used for your company's growth. Hence, we can state that value is the most important way of all the files. So even though there is a lot of data coming in, the volume of data is very high, variety of data, and there are no inconsistencies. If that particular data set is of no value to your company, then there is no use of considering all these other 4 V's. Okay, so we've seen the 5 V's. Now let's see what is big data analytics. So big data analytics is the process of examining big data to uncover trends, hidden patterns, statistical information, and performing large calculations using that data. So I've already explained to you multiple times the same thing, because while explaining big data, I've also told big data is used to uncover trends and hidden patterns from a large amount of data. So today almost every major commercial organization is using big data analytics, because without big data analytics, they'll not exactly know which is the customer base they have to target, what exactly they have to do, and so there's a lot of things for marketing as well. So let's say a product is coming into the market, and they want to market that product to a particular segment, let's say teenagers. So they'll have to find out which area teenagers are mostly using. For example, which application the teenagers are mostly using. Let's say teenagers are mostly using Instagram. So now this company will decide to market its products on Instagram. So to get that information, that is whether Instagram has a lot of teenagers who are using that particular app. So big data analytics has actually made a direct impact on the company's profits, company's customer retention, targeted publicity and ads, that is advertisements, and then customer satisfaction, as well as the company's understanding of what exactly the customers want. If only the company gives what the customers want, their profits will increase. For that, they need big data analytics. So the next is, why is it important? So big data analytics is an essential part of everybody's life right now, because so as I told you, every single company does that. So first, personalized customer experience. So if you open Amazon and you just want to look into cameras and gadgets, so you are searching for gadgets a lot. So when you search for gadgets a lot, your recommendations will be filled up with other gadgets which you may like. So instead of showing gadgets, if Amazon showed you beauty products, will you like it? You obviously won't. That is basically the personalized customer experience. Next is showing off only relevant data. So again, this comes under that category. So instead of showing you a product which you will never buy, we can show you a product which you might buy. So that will increase the chances of that product to be sold. Third one, targeted advertising. So again, this will come under the same first 2 category, but it is a little different. Here you pay money to push your advertisement to that particular user who may buy that product because he has searched about this product a lot. Fourth, research and technical analysis. So research, you might know. So let's say even if it is scientific research or patent research, you will need big data analytics to gather the required data to check if this particular project has been done or this particular patent has been already taken. So these are some reasons why big data analytics is important, and there are so many other reasons as well. So we've seen this. Next, yeah, so challenges faced in big data analytics. First, SQL. So structured query language, it is used to communicate with a database and is considered to be the standard language for RDBMS. So you provide a query statement to get the name of all the customers in a table. So your statement will be directed to the RDBMS server, which has that data. Then you will get the output back. So this is how basic SQL works. Now, what are the problems with it? First one, hardware failure. Although the storage capacities of hard drives have increased massively, that is, so obviously first we had floppy disks, then we had CDs, then we got pen drives, then we got smaller SD cards. So the devices are getting smaller, the storage space is getting bigger, and that even though that happens, access speed, that is the rate in which the data can be read. So for 4 names it is easy. Let's say you want to read 1,000,000 names, so that will obviously take a lot of time. So in that case, sometimes the hardware might fail. And then the second one is combining data. Most analyses require to combine data in some way to join multiple tables. So data read from one particular hard drive or disk may be combined with another disk, and it can be combined with multiple disks, and this particular thing is very dangerous, or it is very time consuming if they are separate disks. This is a challenge for distributed systems. Now, what is the solution for this? So let's look into that. So first, for a solution for hardware failure, while we start using many pieces of hardware, the chance for one to fail is fairly high, and this might result in data loss. A common way of avoiding data loss is through replication. So replication basically means having multiple copies of data in multiple locations or multiple drives, so that even if data is lost in one particular drive, you can get it from another drive. So in this event of failure, there is another copy available. So this is what exactly Hadoop does. Hadoop has a file system called HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System, which has multiple copies of data. Whenever one drive fails, it gets the data from another distributed system. For combining data, we have MapReduce. MapReduce is a programming model. So this is used to map and reduce, and it uses key and value pairs. So MapReduce has a built-in reliability and interface where the mixing of map and reduce occurs. So if you have a lot of data, MapReduce can help you to reduce into a smaller amount of data so that you can use it to, so it will combine the data into a smaller column or a smaller set of data, which makes it easier for you to analyze data. So I just wanted to give this information, even though this information will be given in the Hadoop session as well, also in other big data sessions provided by Intellipaat. Now let's get into it and look into the big data tools which are really popular. So first, for data storage and management, there are multiple tools. So Apache Cassandra is one of the most highly used tools. Then MongoDB. I'm pretty sure you would have known either one of these names. So first, Apache Cassandra. This is a database which is widely used to provide an effective management of large amounts of data. It supports replication and also offers a very good fault tolerance and low latency. So basically, Apache Cassandra is not exactly a traditional database type of system, but this is a database which is basically so let's say you have large amounts of data, then you can go with Apache Cassandra. So it is very effective to manage it. And then comes MongoDB. It is a NoSQL database. It's a non-relational database basically. So it is also open source. It is cross-platform compatible. It is compatible with so many different softwares and platforms and frameworks. It is ideal for the business that needs fast and real-time data for fast decisions. As we know, MongoDB is really fast because it is NoSQL. Even though it is NoSQL, it has inbuilt features so that you can easily query data out of MongoDB tables. So that's why it is really fast, and also it is very, very required for real-time data. So basically, NoSQL databases are used for real-time data reading. For example, if you go to Amazon, you will have filters to choose a particular brand or within a particular range of cost or this type of product. So all of that filtering is done on a NoSQL database. So it is ideal for the users who want data-driven experiences. So this is basically for applications which is completely data-driven. Again, it is for applications like e-commerce applications, Amazon, Flipkart, eBay, so all of these applications. And then coming to others, so there is Hadoop and then MySQL. So I'm pretty sure you know MySQL. It is an open source relational database. It is mainly used for structured data, and it uses basic SQL to query its tables. And then Hadoop is the most popular big data tool. I don't need to tell it to you. If you even just type in Google the most popular big data tool, you will get Hadoop. So Apache Hadoop software library is a big data framework. So HDFS is used for storing data in that. HDFS, as I already told you, it is Hadoop distributed file system, and it is mainly used for storing data in a distributed platform so that you have replications of the same data. So it also allows distributed processing of large data sets across clusters of computers. So to make it simpler, let's say you have 4 different computers and one master computer. Now you have uploaded a large data set into the master computer, and that master computer will split the data set into 4 different smaller parts and provide it to the 4 different client computers, so that the task is completed 4 times faster than analyzing it in a single computer. So this is how Hadoop works, and then it is designed to scale up from single server to thousands of machines. So you can also do it on a single machine. You can also do it on thousands of machines which is connected under it. Okay, so we've seen these 4 tools. Next comes data cleansing. So as I told you, there might be inconsistencies, there might be uncertain data. So to remove that, you need a data cleansing tool. So these 2 are the top data cleansing tools which I could find: OpenRefine and Trifacta Wrangler. First, in OpenRefine, it is a powerful tool to work with messy data or inconsistent data. It is used for cleaning and transforming it from one format to another. You can also actually easily explore large data sets using it, and also you can upload. So once you clean your data, you can upload that data into a central database. Let's say you can also upload it to a cloud database, an AWS database or an Azure database, or even to Wikidata, a central database. And then Trifacta Wrangler. So this is used to discover, structure, clean, enrich, and also publish data of all shapes and sizes. So again, this is for data wrangling. You can also do data cleansing. So this also supports large data volumes, and it also supports connecting with cloud and other deployment, that is on-premise setup. Finally, it is a connected desktop application. So basically it is a desktop application which you can connect with other deployment options, and also this is to transform data for downstream analytics and visualization. So this provides you the ability to make your data clean so that that data can be used for visualization and analytics. Okay, so this is for data cleansing. Next, for data analysis, we have Apache Spark, we have Hive, and we have Hadoop MapReduce. So we already seen MapReduce. What exactly happens there? So again, we will see that once more. Facilitates processing by splitting petabytes of data into smaller chunks. As I told you, this is used for accessing and processing data which is stored in HDFS. What it does is it splits petabytes of data into smaller chunks so that it can be processed really fast. The logic is executed on this server where the data already resides. So the thing is, using MapReduce, you don't need to download the data first and then process it. You can run MapReduce on the server where the data is already available, so that it saves a lot of time. Coming back to Apache Spark, this is again an open source big data tool. Every single Apache tool is open source. This fills the gaps of Apache Hadoops concerning data processing. So Spark can handle both batch data, also real-time data. As Spark does in-memory data processing, it processes data much faster than traditional disk processing. So in-memory disk processing, in the sense, it does not copy the data to the hard disk and then process it. It basically gets the data, stores in the temporary memory, processes it and pushes it. It doesn't store anything. That's why it is really faster than Apache Hadoop. And then comes Hive. Hive again is open source. As I already told you, every single Apache big data tool is open source. It's an open source software big data tool. It allows programmers to analyze large sets of data on Hadoop. So it is mainly used for querying and managing large data sets, which is available in Hadoop. So these are some data analysis tools: Spark, Hive, and MapReduce. And finally, we'll look into data visualization tools. So these two are the most popular in the industry, Tableau and Power BI. So Tableau is again a BI analytics tool. It is used mainly for visualizations and to create BI trends. So you can see the main thing with Tableau is you can extract data from any source. You can connect it to a database. You can extract information from Excel, from a PDF file, from an Oracle database, from a cloud provider like Amazon Web Services, Azure, GCP. So it's a tool for visualization. In the BI industry, it has really powerful visualizations, which is also interactive. So as well as you can also connect it to Hadoop. So Tableau can be connected to Hadoop. So it is a really useful feature in Tableau. And then comes Power BI. Again, this is a business analytics tool, which is a BI tool. Power BI is provided by Microsoft, and Power BI does not require anything else. You just have to know a little bit of SQL, and it is more than enough to start off with it. So again, it provides interactive visualizations and BI capabilities, and also they have made it so simple that anyone can start off with Power BI. Again, it can connect with Excel, it can connect to cloud databases, it can also connect to on-premise databases and data warehouses. So these are the top two visualization tools. Okay, now let's just quickly look into the Hadoop ecosystem. I'm pretty sure this has been taught in the afternoon session, but I'm just going to roughly tell you why exactly is Hadoop ecosystem very popular and why it is free as well. So first of all, Hadoop ecosystem is open source, and you have every single tool which you need to create a complete big data analytics system over here. You have Hadoop MapReduce for processing, you have Hive for analytics querying, you have Mahout and Spark for machine learning and data processing, you have Kafka and Storm for streaming, you have Apache Spark for in-memory data flow engine, which is basically for in-memory data processing. You have a NoSQL database. You can use HBase instead of MongoDB. You can use Oozie for scheduling the tasks. You can use Solar and Lucene for searching and indexing, and then you can use Pig. It is a scripting language which you can use in the Hadoop ecosystem. You have Zookeeper, which is basically used to manage and coordinate every single other big data tool in the Hadoop ecosystem. You also have Hadoop Yarn and Hadoop HDFS. Yarn is a resource management tool. It is used to manage all the other Hadoop ecosystem tools. HDFS, it is the storage. So you can see it is at the bottom. Any data coming in, unstructured, semi-structured, structured, it will first hit Hadoop HDFS. It will store, then it will move the data to whichever part of Hadoop ecosystem you want to. Yeah, so this is the Hadoop ecosystem. I think the morning session would have covered this thoroughly. Okay, now let's just quickly summarize the most used big data tools. So the first most used big data tool is Hadoop. Hadoop is used everywhere in every single company, whichever uses big data analytics. Hadoop is really popular. It is available in almost every single cloud platform. And so Hadoop. For visualization, Tableau is the most popular. For a NoSQL database, MongoDB is really popular because it can integrate with any backend tool. It can integrate with any third-party tool. And then comes Apache Spark, Cassandra. Okay, so there are some honorable mentions as well I wanted to say. So there is Amazon Redshift, which is a data warehouse, which is really good for analytics. There is Amazon QuickSight, which is for visualization. Again, it is really fast and quick for cloud data warehouses. And then you have Data Lake in Azure. That is really good. And then also you have multiple tools. So many different tools are available. You have even in Apache, you have so many different tools. In visualization, again, you have ClickSense, you have Sisense, you have so many different tools. So you'll have to do a lot of research before choosing what exactly you need. But I would strongly suggest these 5 tools over here if you want to start off with big data: Hadoop, MongoDB, Spark, Cassandra, and Tableau. Okay guys, we've seen this. Next I wanted to show you is, if you want to start off a career, if you want to have a career in big data, how do you get started with it? Okay, so first let me introduce you to something. First of all, we Intellipaat provide you a lot of free resources. First, we provide you blogs, and also a YouTube channel with so much of free content, We have complete big data courses as well. So coming to Intellipaat blog, we already have, so I already have opened over here. So I'll just close this. So you can see here intellipaat.com/blog. So you can come here to the home page and you can see we have so much free content. So here is big data. Click on it and you get all the blogs here, and you also get big data tutorials. So you can see major Hadoop developer roles. You can see your elevate your career in big data analytics, what is Apache Pig, and you can see Amazon Glacier, Scala certification, Splunk certification, Apache Spark, what is big data analytics. So let's say if you want to learn what is big data analytics, just click on it. You will get a complete page with informative content. You can check over here. And also we have YouTube videos. So currently you are watching this video in YouTube, so you can see this. So obviously you will know we have a YouTube channel and it is really informative. You can check it out. Coming back to these slides, recently we've come up with a new initiative called the Intellipaat Academy to provide you with free courses. So let me open. So you can see here intellipaat.com/academy. Coming down, you can see all the free courses we provide. We provide Java, C, Excel, SQL, and then a lot of foundation courses on AWS, DevOps, Azure, Salesforce, Tableau. So I think there is a lot of free courses we provide. And if you want, for example, if you want to start off with Java, just click on it. You can check out about the course. You can check out why should you join it. You can check out what we will be teaching in this session. And then if you want to take up the free course, it's pretty simple. Click on take this course, join us with Google, or you can just register it quickly. Once you join, you will have a free course and you can start off with it. So we've seen that both. And finally, one last thing I want to introduce is our website, intellipaat.com. So I think most of you will like to start your career and you would need professional advice and professional training. So we Intellipaat provide professional training. Recently, we have come up with a PG certification in big data analytics. Let me open that. This is in collaboration with E&ICT department of IIT Guwahati, as well as it is in collaboration with IBM. So you will get two certificates coming down. So you'll get these two certificates. One is from Intellipaat and IIT Guwahati, and one is from IBM. So you can see here, you will also get the alumni status of E&ICT Academy of IIT Guwahati. So you can check out about the whole program over here, what exactly we'll be teaching in this. So let me just introduce you to the main features. 400 plus hours of instructor-led training. This is a 1-year course. You will get a lot of training. We help you with jobs. We'll send your resumes to our top 500 clients, and we provide you 20 plus projects and 30 plus case studies. You can apply to it immediately and you can start off with your career. So you can get in touch with us. And coming down, you can see what are the projects we'll be covering. We'll be covering Twitter sentimental analysis, finding top movies based on movie lens data. Using movie data, we'll be finding the top movies, and then connecting Pentaho with Hadoop Ecosystem. We'll be teaching you the complete Hadoop ecosystem so that you can become the most complete and one of the top big data professionals in the industry. Okay guys, now coming back to these slides. So I've introduced you how to get started with it. You can take up the free course and start off. If you want to take a course from us, you can go to our website and it's pretty simple to start off. Okay, so one more thing. Whoever is watching this particular live video, you will get a 30% flat discount on every course if you take up the course right now using the coupon code YouTube30. So guys, what are you waiting for? So go ahead, take up a course and get started with your career. Also, if you want to contact with us, you can call us in the number which is available in this screen, or we'll provide you the number in the chat. Also, if you're from any other country or from US, you can call us from the toll-free number, or you can put up a mail to sales@intellipaat.com or start a chat with our course advisor in the website's bottom right corner. So anything, you can do anything from this and we'll contact you immediately. So thank you for attending this session. Meet you in another session. I hope this session was really helpful. Meet you in another session. And one last thing, at 8:30 we have another session. So that session again will be on big data itself, so you please stay and watch that as well. Right now, after the session, you have 2 more hours. At 8:30 we'll have one more live. You can come again and watch. So we are making 3 lives every day for your sake. We want our customers to be satisfied, we want our viewers to be satisfied, so we are doing so many different videos. So please watch them and also subscribe to our channel. Thank you.